Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and the train of Chucky news just does not stop. You keep on a-chewing. What am I doing? So today, thanks to Slash Films, who got an exclusive interview with Nick Antosca, who is collaborating with Don Mancini to bring us this Child's Play TV series, gave a bunch more details about what to expect in the show. Now, for a lot of you that are new to my channel, thanks to my breakdown for the Child's Play trailer, this is something separate from the remake that'll be coming out later this year. The two projects have nothing to do with each other. In fact, this will stay in line with the original Chucky, and it'll work as a semi-sequel to the film Cult of Chucky. But before going into breaking down the information he gave us about the Child's Play TV series, there's a few things I want to touch upon. One, I do want to mention it's possible to be fans of both these projects, guys. I see a lot of people taking sides saying screw the remake, screw the TV show, I'm over here, no I'm over here. It is very possible for you to be excited for both projects. I mean, it's the same thing with the Marvel or DC. There's no reason to just love Marvel or to just love DC. You can love both properties. And I know some of the celebrities working on these projects aren't really helping out with the situation. I mean, Jennifer Tilly herself went on Twitter saying that this new Chucky has nothing to do with the Chucky she knows. And honestly, I don't even take that as being toxic. I just take that as her being playful and fun. I have no disrespect at all for Jennifer Tilly or for her going with the team she's on. I take it as a friendly jab, but then it's up to you, the fans of the series, to take it toxic, to build this hate on something that really doesn't need to be hated on. But honestly, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. I'm excited for both projects, so let's go ahead and dive into the details about the television series. For one, they're saying that the working title of the show now is Chucky, and he's saying that that could definitely change, but that's the working title. The working title in television or film is just usually what they call the project in the meantime until they finally want to market it or put it out to the audience. I mean, for all intents and purposes, we were kind of confirmed that this was going to be called Child's Play, the TV series, but then it was revealed that they were going to have a remake and they were going to name that Child's Play, so that was probably not making Don Mancini very happy. And he's like, you know what? If you're going to call your remake Child's Play, we're not going to call our TV show Child's Play. So it could end up being called Chucky the TV series, Good Guy the TV series, or blank of Chucky the TV series. Who knows? Throw your suggestions down below, but I mean, that kind of makes sense. But honestly, part of me feels like they should keep it as Child's Play because even though these remakes are sort of competing against each other, I think they're really promoting each other. A lot of people don't understand that these are two separate things, that they don't really go together. So honestly, having the remake named Child's Play and then a TV show coming out around the same time, it's just free promotion, free marketing, so it's kind of smart to keep it the same, but I understand you're salty about it. Another thing that they doubled down on is that this TV series will focus on the horror roots of Chucky, so much so that he's comparing that this TV series will be more like the first Child's Play movies. He's saying that the tonality of them will feel more like Child's Play 1 and 2. And honestly, that's amazing news to me because Child's Play 1 and 2 are my favorite of the series. I know we all love our little comedian Chucky, but he was just as funny and witty in those movies. But not just tone-wise, they're really going for a feeling of Child's Play 1 and 2 because he mentioned that this TV series is gonna go back to Chucky going after children. This is where we get a little iffy on the details about the series, but I'm gonna remain optimistic. More specifically, this is what Slash Films had to say about it. Kids are always begging their parents to believe things that don't sound true. Parents exhausted by the work and the responsibility of raising children may dismiss things that don't impact the here and now. Give kids a real unbelievable problem like a doll possessed by a serial killer and they're totally screwed. Plus, the modern world of 2019 exuberates this. What if those kids share their tales on social media in a world that has heard kids blame murders on a Chucky doll before? There's a lot to mine there. What I think they're gonna do with this television series is just like at the end of Cult of Chucky, we found out that Charles Lee Ray Chucky has this new set of powers. He can basically put himself in a bunch of Chucky dolls at the exact same time. Pair that up with the end of Curse of Chucky where he had Chucky go to different locations, one with Andy, one with Tiffany, one with the little girl. So what I think this television series is going to be doing is taking that information, giving us multiple Chuckies, and sharing their adventures across the country. Think about it. The show could start off with 6 different Chuckies being spread across the US. One in California, one in Texas, one in New York, one in some random town in Kentucky. They settle into a house with a child, with someone who would want a good guy doll, and then menacing things start to happen. So every episode could be a different Chucky doll going on its little adventure trying to kill someone. Very much like a Law and Order episode where it's the same group of characters but in a different situation every episode, to the point where you don't really need to watch the previous Child's Play movies because technically you're gonna get a mini Child's Play movie every episode. That's what I think the showrunner means when those kids will go online and share their stories on social media, because if it's happening to one family, wouldn't these kids just talk amongst themselves? Why would they post it on social media? And there's only been a limited amount of people affected by Charles Lee Ray thus far in this current universe. And you know what? I'm kind of iffy on that because we just finally got Andy Barclay back. We're about to get Kyle in the series. We barely get any Tiffany at all in these new movies. So I was hoping the television series would focus on them and carry them throughout the series until they make another film. But I think the reason they're doing this is because he explains they want the television series to be able to reach a new audiences, that if you've never seen a Child's Play movie before, you could watch the television series and still understand what's happening. But he also says that the show will remain canon, so all the past mythology that's happened through Child's Play 1 up until Cult of Chucky will remain part of the television series. So that does include Seed of Chucky. So he has a son. Chucky is with Tiffany. He can go to multiple bodies at one time. Andy is out there somewhere. My little quick theory on that is with the way Cult of Chucky ended, spoilers, it looks like Andy's probably going to be blamed for those murders in the asylum, even though that there's a living, bleeding doll right next to him in that asylum. Nika is obviously taken away by Charles Lee Ray. And you have to remember, this isn't the ultimate plan for Chucky. In his mind, once he finally killed Andy or Nika or anyone else he had left unfinished, he was just gonna go right back to murders. He was gonna find a new victim, find a new prey, and I think that's what this television series will technically be, is Chucky thinking, all right, I finished with Andy, I finished with this, let's go on to the next thing. Even with that though, Nick Antosca does mention that there is room or possibility for original cast members to cameo in the show. So there might be an episode where Andy shows up. There could be a stretch where Tiffany shows up as herself or in her doll body. I definitely want Glenn in there somehow, because even though he's my least favorite of the characters, I'm just curious to how they're going to bring that into the TV show. So honestly, I'm put at ease. I mean, you have to remember, Tiffany and Nika were once brand new characters. Tiffany showed up in the 4th movie. Nika showed up by the 6th movie, and they've earned the right to be beloved and part of this horror genre, in my opinion. So if this new TV show has a new family, has a new child, a couple of twins, a brother or sister, something that they're gonna go up against Chucky, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm willing to accept them into this franchise. So let me know what you guys think about these new details concerning the Child's Play TV series. It's honestly getting me a lot more excited with the more details we get about it, and the fact that more details are coming out means they're closer and closer to shooting this thing and releasing it for the general public. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.